Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel DIY. Today I'm going to work on my wife BMW X5 again. I'm going to change the spark plugs as I mentioned in the previous videos. So this is another maintenance that you need to do on your BMW X5 every 60 to 100,000 kilometers. It depends on which spark plug you're using. I just got my new spark plugs from Bosch, and now I'm going to change it, and I'm going to show you step by step how I'm going to do it. Let's get to it. So before changing the spark plug, make sure the engine is cold. Now I'm going to remove the engine cover. Put your hands on both sides like this and pull it up. And just like that, it will come out. And slide it forward. And make sure these two rubber tabs stays in place. Before doing anything else right now, I'm going to blow all the dust out using compressed air. As you can see guys, this is an N55 engine, 6 cylinders in line. So we have 6 spark plugs. 3 of them are easily accessible. The cylinder 1, 2 and 3 are easily accessible. We will have to remove the engine air filter box and this intake pipe so that we can access the rest of the spark plugs. I think for more easy access, we'll have to remove this coil also. And also guys, if you're replacing your spark plugs yourself, make sure to get one of these crankcase hose, because this is very brittle and can break when you remove the air intake pipe. So I have bought one from Amazon, and just in case if this one breaks. Let's start by removing this pipe. Using a flat screwdriver, I'm going to pull this out. So just put it here and push it and lift it up. Next, open this a little bit. Just make sure you don't break it. And just like that, you will be able to pull it out. Next, we have to disconnect this electrical connectors right here for the crankcase hose. And we have one for the map sensor at the back, and we have to disconnect this vacuum line also. Now let's disconnect this electrical connectors from the crankcase hose using a small screwdriver or a pick tool. Just unplug it. Just like that, it will come out. And this vacuum line, so you have to press on both sides like that and pull it up. Sometimes it's too hard, so you can use a screwdriver. Just be careful, don't break it. And just like that, it will come out. Now carefully, I'm going to remove this crankcase hose. It's very brittle, so that's why I bought a new one just in case if this one breaks. And there's 4 tabs, 1, 2, 3 and 4 underneath. So carefully just put the primer or small screwdriver here and hold it and remove all sides. Now it is disconnected. There is one 10mm bolt here that you need to undone. so that you can remove the pipe. After removing this 10mm bolt, disconnect the electrical wire and loosen the hose clip, this one. Now I'm going to remove this cable from the airbox, just like that. Remove it from this tab here, and we have two more. 1, 2. Okay, so I remove these 3 cables that was attached to the airbox. So you wiggle it and the airbox should come out. Just like that, it will come out and you can remove it. This one is stuck here, right here. There's a rubber grommet, so using a small pry bar or flat screwdriver, just pull it up just like that. It should come out. And just like that, the whole pipe will come out, and then you can disconnect this airflow meter. Next, I'm going to remove this plastic coil. Just pull out the weather strip, just like that. Pinch this clip, pull it up. Mine doesn't have a clip here, so if you have a clip, just remove it and pull it out, just like that. It will come out. Remove the air cabin filter housing. And also, if you haven't changed it in a while, it's a good idea to inspect it and change it. I already changed this cabin filters, just like that. You will be able to remove it. This is very clean. I just changed it a couple of weeks ago. Now I'm going to remove this plastic cover. So remove this clip right here. There are some 10mm bolts at the back that you need to remove, and T25 screws. So I had to remove the coil on the other side as well, and now I'm able to remove this. Now we need to remove this sound dampening and this plastic wiring holder. So there are 3 T25 screws on this side, and right there's 2 here. So I'm going to unscrew it and move it to the side, so then I can show you all the 6 spark plugs. Last one. Now we can move this out of the way. Alright guys, as I mentioned before, you can access the 3 spark plug easily. The first one, second and third here, and the other 3, it's under the sound dampening. We have 1, and we have to move this electrical connectors, and we'll have the 5th one here, and move this wiring harness in towards the front, and you will have access to the rear one, the last one, the 6th one. Okay, let's start by doing the most difficult one, the 6th cylinder right here. I'm going to remove it and change it, then we'll proceed with 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd and 1st. So to remove the spark plug, so you need to pull on this tab here, just like that. It will open, and this will disconnect the electrical connectors from the coil. Just remove the electrical connectors. It's a bit tricky right here. Just push it all the way, and you will be able to move it aside. Use a screwdriver, put it right here, and pull the coil up, Just like that, the coil will come out and you'll have access to the spark plug. Next, use your spark plug socket. Put it down here. And just like that, the spark plug will come out. So always compare the old one and the new one before putting it in. So you will see it has the same part number as a BMW one, just don't have the BMW logo on it. It's Z5TPP3 and it's made in Germany. These come pre-gap at 0.032. I checked the gap and it's correct. On this one the gap is a bit more because it's a used one, and if you compare it you will see this electrode has been wear out. So now I'm going to put the new one. And also, to remove the spark plug you need a special socket, 12-point spark plug socket, and this one is a thin wall. You have to check the diameter. Those that you buy at Harbor Freight or Princess Auto, you might see that the inside diameter is too small and it won't fit. I bought this one from Amazon and it has a good fit. See, the spark plug gets in and it's magnetic, and it has a crush washer. You don't need to put any anti-seize on it because it already has its coating, and if you put anti-seize it will affect the torque. So carefully I'm going to drop it back in the engine. And tighten it by hand first until it is snug. Now, using my torque wrench, I'm going to tighten it to 17 foot-pound or 23 Newton meter, plus or minus 3 Newton meters. Before putting the coil pack back, I'm going to apply a little bit of dielectric grease on the coil. Just a little bit, like that. And I'm going to put back the coil pack in the reverse order. So I put the coil pack back, and now I'm going to put the electrical connector. So it goes only one way. Push it and this will clip, and just like that, this one is all done. Now I'm going to do the 5th cylinder. I need to remove the electrical connectors from here and this one. So you need to remove this metal bracket. There's a T30 screw that you need to unbolt. Now we have access to the coil pack and we can remove it. So this cylinder also looks good. It was burning, looks like it was burning properly. Put back the new one. Again, carefully drop it and start tighten it by hand. Torque it down to 17 foot-pound. Put back the coil pack. Put back the metal bracket. Put the electrical connectors back in this bracket. Just like that. And now we are done on the 6th and 5th. I'm going to do now these are the most easiest now because we don't have anything else to remove, and we just need to pull out the electrical connectors and remove the coil pack and remove the spark plugs. Guys, when you put back the coil, on each cylinder you will see there's a groove where the coil pack should sit. You'll see there's 2 tabs like on the block. So the coil pack should sit right here on, and it's for all the 6 cylinders. So now I have replaced all the 6 spark plugs with a new one, And I'm going to check it one more time if everything is seated properly, all the wiring connectors are well connected, and then I'm going to put everything back in the reverse order. I put back the 3 screws, 1, 2 and 3, and 2 on this side is 2. So I checked the hose here, it's good, no crack, so I'm going to put it carefully so I don't break it. And this grommet should fit here. Alright guys, so I put everything back in the reverse order. You will see that I put the airbox first before putting the coil on top because it was much easier and gave me easy access to do so. So now I'm going to start the car and see if it's running fine. Right. Engine started. No light. Okay, looks like it's working fine, running smooth. These are just a notification that the hood is open, door is open, and I need to do a brake fluid service on it. That will be in another video. Alright guys, so this is how I change the spark plugs. So it's not that easy for everybody to do it, so you need to have the skill and the tools. You need a special 14mm thin wall socket for the spark plugs. You need your torque wrench to torque it down to 23 plus minus 3 Newton meters. And yeah, I was able to do it, and I put back the clips that was missing, and I think I did a good job. So guys, if you like my video, please click the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. And I'm almost to 1000 subscribers. If you can please like, subscribe and share the video. It was not that easy job, but I did it. So guys, please like.